I decided to pretty much take matters into my own hands. Of course, with the help. Sonoma, come in. Push. What are you doing, buddy? Sonoma, come on. There you go. See, you can get in. You can get in. Welcome, my dear. You're tired from playing in the basement? Yep, you hang out up here. Oh, Sonoma, help me out, buddy. Okay. Sonoma, go shut it. That's it. That's it, that's it. Go shut it. Shut it, that's it. Yes, good boy. Good boy. All right, sorry, Sonoma. I gotta put that down. And yes, you get a treat for helping me shut the door. It is so convenient having your dog be able to shut the door for you to give me a little bit of privacy. So, Sonoma and I are taking matters into our own 2 hands and 4 paws to basically help me get pain relief, because I cannot say that my doctors have not tried. They have tried a ton. The problem is the things the doctors are trying are not working. And even though they can be trying so hard, it's still super duper frustrating to not have anything work. And it's just like I've been trying so long, I've been doing this, that, and the other, and to hope that that one new thing or one idea that they think of is gonna be like the thing, and then it doesn't work out that way, and it's very frustrating because you just, I just want the pain to go away, and that's really talking about the neuropathic pain, which is the constant stabbing, burning, pins and needles, razor blade cutting feeling, raw shooting, electrical shocking pain that I have all day long. Did I say burning? Burning. And it gets really hard. So I've been really interested in ketamine infusions, which I started researching at least 2 years ago. I feel no, it must have been longer than that. I was in high school. It's crazy that I've been out of high school for... You're a good boy, Sonoma. You lay there. Yes. For almost 3 years. So I actually started researching ketamine before any doctor brought it up to me as a pain option, and then I brought it up to them, and then they looked into it, but it never got anywhere. And this year it's finally starting to get somewhere. I have a pain specialist who's gonna do it for me, and then the place where she was going to go, the hospital, she wanted to use this unit that is never used, that means it's empty, with an extra anesthesiologist. She is an anesthesiologist, but she wanted an extra one because of my seizures and my complexity to be on hand and do ketamine infusions there at that hospital. And the hospital declined, not the fact that I can't get ketamine because that's not their business, that's her, because I'm her patient. She was just asking about the facility, and the answer was no. And I didn't really understand, because it's why? It doesn't make sense. Well, I had an appointment with her the other week or so, or the beginning of this week. Monday, I think. I don't know. And turns out that the real exact reason to why they won't let her treat me with ketamine there is because their hospital will not make as much money off of me and the treatment as they would like to. So instead of letting her help me out, and they're not doing anything, it's her doing it, she's just using the facility, she's using the hospital instead of her own private practice that's small. She's going to a hospital because you need to be all monitored and all these things. They would not let her use any of the space anywhere in the hospital because it all came down to money. And I will tell you, ketamine infusions are like not going to be covered by insurance. They're very expensive. I mean, if it gets covered by insurance, that would be crazy, but I'm not expecting that. And it was just really sad to see, like, this is supposed to be healthcare, but I really call it sick care because I really truly believe that Big Pharma wants to keep everyone sick and just keep them on their meds because then they keep paying for them. And this clearly showed that the hospital doesn't care about my doctor helping out other people or her patients. They clearly did not want to do it because they want more money, and they would only do it if, like, there were many patients coming in, so they would have a ton of people instead of just me being the one patient at this time. So that shows how lovely hospitals are, and why I'm like, one of the reasons why I really hate Big Pharma and Western medicine. So that got scrapped, but I'm not giving up on ketamine. I've done so much research on this. I really want to give it a try. If it doesn't work out, like, at least we tried. Otherwise, we're going to be wondering the rest of our life, well, what if I tried that? So I've been researching, and a lot of this happens at night when I can't sleep, and I found 2 ketamine centers so far, like, because I was like looking into them. There's more, and I didn't even like know of this. No one told me about this, really. There's another one I want to look into. My mom called and talked to one of the places. Another one is out of state. Like, we don't care if it's out of state. Like, we don't want to travel to California. We live on the East Coast. But if it's like New York, Massachusetts, like, that's not a big deal. But, like, surrounding areas. And we just need to see what fits, as in, how do they run things, and that's where, like, I feel like I'm being the doctor, because I'm calling up, I'm not calling up, but I'm writing the list of the questions of how long are you doing the infusions for? Are they 5 hours? Are they 3 hours? Are you doing them 5 days in a row? Because that's, like, what are the protocols, and picking out, like, which center eventually we're going to be able to go to, and what's going to be in the best interest for me. And we definitely want to consult my neurologist about this, who I will be seeing next week. But sometimes it's crazy to think about, like, oh my gosh, this, like, random piece of hair that's sticking out right here is driving me nuts. How much work I have to put into finding my own health treatment and pushing that to actually happen, because if I didn't keep pushing it for it to happen, we would just try something else and forget the ketamine, because they won't let my current doctor do it, because the darn place doesn't get the profit they want, which is, you know, so nice, and such great health care. I'm kind of used to it, because, like, I've always had to look up things for Lyme, and, like, you know, I self-diagnosed myself with Lyme disease before I had Lyme. Like, before I was positively tested for Lyme, I had Lyme, I was right, but I just thought I had Lyme, and I was right there. And it's just because I put a lot of research, and I put a lot of time and a lot of effort, and even though I can't read 20-page articles, I'm gonna go on YouTube and see who did ketamine infusions, who did it where, how would they react, and send links to my mom and have her read them and let her tell me like what it was about, because I can't read all of them. And we're just a really good team in this together, and we're gonna keep fighting for these ketamine infusions, which we won't be able to do with my anesthesiologist because of the stupid hospital, which sucks because she's really nice and she really understands like Lyme disease, and I really like her, and it's more of a pain to have to go somewhere else where we already have a place, but that's kind of where we are. I'm definitely gonna see what my neurologist says, like maybe he'll know, like, oh, this is a really good place here, or I would recommend doing this, and that's what I really hope, because he is my neck is, ow, he is a Lyme literate neurologist, and ketamine infusions are done for a lot of neurological things. I mean, my pain is, the pain that this helps the most is the worst pain I have, which is neuropathic pain. I'm still very hopeful that this will happen. I'm honestly like not going to let it not happen. It's just a matter of when, because if it's not one thing, it's another. Like, you know, the hospitals come in at random times. You just never really know. And then once we like find a place, how long does it take to get in? How far away is it gonna be? When are we actually gonna get to do it? But my mind is darn set on trying out these ketamine infusions because I've heard of amazing results, and all of my doctors have recommended and said like, yes, you should do it. The problem is we're just trying to find a place and a person that can do it, and will be in a very, very monitored setting because of my seizures and underlying health conditions. So I'm gonna keep looking up ketamine places and sending them to my mom, and other forms of any kind of home relief things I can do besides Epsom salt baths, and keep trying. You definitely, when you have a chronic illness, have to always keep trying, and even with the best doctors, it's a full-time job and you have to put a lot into it to get what you want out of it. So I definitely recommend to always, if you're really interested in something and you really think something's beneficial, don't be afraid to research it and look into it and print out sheets on it, and or email it to someone and talk about it to your doctors, because yes, they are the doctor, they're the ones signing off the papers, but you are the patient, you are the body, and you don't want to be a guinea pig, so to speak. You have say in your treatment, either the parent being overlooking their child's treatment, or if you're 18 and up, you can say no to like anything and all that, because you have the right of being an adult. So I definitely don't take any of that lightly, and I really push to basically get what I want and what I deserve, because otherwise I don't know how many other people would keep pushing, because there are so many complexities in Lyme disease that there's not just nerve pain involved with me, there's a ton of other things that we're working on with my vision and other systems of the body. So it's hard to, you can't just have like expect one person to know every single thing, because there's not one person that knows everything. So it's definitely reach out to your resources and talk to your friends and like send them a link and say like, what do you think about this? That doesn't mean that your friend's a physician. It doesn't mean that they're gonna know and understand about it, but it's always good to talk to someone about it and keep looking into things, because that's what has helped me get to really where I am today, is not giving up and being persistent, and never, like, if I just stop complaining about my nerve pain, I'm never gonna get ketamine infusions, because then, like, there's so many things going on that they, like, kind of, it goes to the back burner. So I'm keeping it on the front burner, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up everywhere we go. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. Round and round and round we go. And I'm just gonna keep going until this works out.